y'all. Welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. So if you're new here, I'm Sarah. I'm a mom of 5 and I vlog and do grocery hauls, and we're gonna start some cooking stuff here real soon because I am on fire. But today is just the start of my weekend vlog. We had M's volleyball game this morning. They did so great. They actually won their first match, which was so good. They work so hard and they're the youngest team in the league. Like there's not another team of 6th graders. So yeah, so now we're just getting home. We went to the farmer's market and I am gonna show you guys. And then I'm gonna pull stuff out and see if I have enough jars and stuff to make some freezer jam. Mason's been wanting raspberry jam. So let's check on my tomatoes and head in. Oh no, this little guy's struggling. I need to pick some of these old leaves and there might be too much water. Dang it. This one, we got some yellow leaves we need to pick off, but it's looking so good, guys. Look how big they're getting. Happy. Guys, I think I'm gonna have tomatoes soon. I'm wondering though, it's starting to cool off here. I'm wondering if I need to get or borrow a grow light. I'm gonna ask my landlords what they think. They've been doing this longer, and then bring it in. So, I don't know. I'm so happy though. Hello, puppy! Oh, did you bring your toy? Okay, come on. Go say hi. Hi! Oh, no. Okay, for starters, I got this local honey. This is from Stewart's Honey. And look how beautiful and dark that is. And since we're going into cold and flu season, I was really happy to snag some. And then the barn carries my favorite brand of honey sometimes, so I'll probably get more from them to stock up coming up because this stuff is liquid gold. And then I got this bacon from Crofters, and they are opening a little shop here in Spanish Fork, which I'm really excited about. But natural, pasture-raised, brown sugar cured, and so I thought that looked pretty good, and I'm happy to support them. They were a little pricey, you know. Y'all know I typically buy bacon on sale, but so this was definitely a splurge, but I'm excited to try it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know. I did not catch the name of this farm, but they had so many great vegetables. It was hard to pick. They had Walla Walla onions and potatoes. I really wanted, and then kind of held off. So I might go back next weekend. We'll see. But I got some, look at that beautiful yellow squash. And then the peppers. I got some Anaheims, some poblano. I've got these beautiful tomatoes from our garden. So I think I'm gonna make and freeze some homemade tomatoes and green chilies. Y'all know we like Rotel around here. And then some jalapenos. I don't know 100% what I'm gonna do with them yet, but I thought it might be good to make like a little bit, because only me and the girls like spicy food, some like cowboy relish or candied jalapenos with these. But look, they're so beautiful, I couldn't turn away. And then these might be my favorite. Look at those bell peppers. I am so obsessed. I want to grow purple bell peppers so bad, purple and white. But look at those beautiful red ones, green ones, and I will just cut these up and stick them in my freezer to use in some dishes that we use bell peppers. And then we also got some of this beautiful corn. It was a dozen for $7. So we got a bunch of corn. Me and the girls have been saying we either wanted to make some cowboy coleslaw or just a really yummy corn salad. So I got enough to make as a side dish with dinner one night, and then enough to make some kind of yummy corn salad with. And then we got these beautiful sourdoughs. This is a cinnamon crunch, and then that is a plain white sourdough. Aren't those gorgeous? And then Mason wanted cake. And again, I didn't catch their names because it was so chaotic. But from the same vendor that had the cinnamon crunch sourdough, they had cake. So we got a cheesecake, a cinnamon roll, and a triple chocolate berry cake. Okay, so I gotta get the bacon put away, make a plan for this, and then get started on that jam. I gotta find the right containers for the jam too. Okay. actually the next day, because I ended up getting a massive migraine. I just don't think I drank enough water yesterday, so definitely gotta watch that. But I'm feeling a lot better today, and it was just as well because I've got to sanitize the containers for the jam. And then we've had these ham steaks in the freezer for a bit, and so Lance wanted me to use at least one of them. So I'm gonna revise some of the ingredient uses that I showed y'all yesterday, because I think it's a little bit cooler. We're really starting to get like fall temps here. So I think we're gonna make a potato and corn chowder. How does that sound? In the crock pot, of course, but I gotta get that jam going because it's gotta sit for 24 hours before it goes in the freezer. So, yeah. Okay, we're getting started. I got the raspberries. I actually washed them yesterday before I started not feeling well. See, it's huge. Ryan's looking for my sugar because, as you can see, I'm low, and I just bought a big bag from Costco.
Dad found it.
Dad found it. And this recipe needs 9 cups of sugar. So far I've measured 3. So we're gonna finish that, and then we're gonna put them in here with our 1/4 cup of lemon juice and our vanilla salt. This is gonna have 3 types of vanilla in it because that is just the way I like to do things. And it's gonna be like rich and delicious. But for starters, we're just gonna, the salt, we're gonna let it sit for like 20 minutes and macerate, and then come in and do the rest. So let's go measure some sugar. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're gonna stop at 8 cups. Now, for those of you that are sugar phobic, this is a big pot. This isn't all gonna get eaten at once. It's jam. And I mean, sugar is sugar, yes, but this is organic, unbleached sugar. So I'm making this, so I get to control these ingredients. We're gonna do, because that's a lot of sugar, we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla salt. And I'm looking for 1/4 cup because why would I have it out already? That's ridiculous. And we are gonna do 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I did not want to squeeze like 6 lemons to get this much lemon juice. So I got real lemon, and it's fine. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a stir, just so, you know, everything's mixed to work. We're not doing any serious work right now. Okay. And if you're curious, I can't remember if I said something yesterday. This is 16 cups of raspberries. All right, we're gonna sit for 20 minutes. Okay, so those of you that have done this before, you were like, she didn't mash the raspberries, and you were right, but I fixed it. So this is no cook, even though we're using a pot. So we let that sit. Now we're gonna stir it basically for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make y'all watch that, but the sugar has to dissolve, and then you let it sit, you stir some more, and you keep mixing. So it's been the first 5 minutes, and this is just the way I like to do it. I added a tablespoon of vanilla bean paste. Since this doesn't cook, they're not gonna cook out, but I really wanted that to start getting jammy before I added it because I feel like it just distributes better. This vanilla bean paste and vanilla extract. I used vanilla salt. So we're gonna have all those different notes of vanilla running through this jam, which we really like. So I'm gonna give that a good stir. And then I'm just gonna come back every 5 minutes for the next 20 minutes and stir it. And then we're gonna bottle it up. In 20 minutes, look at that. See? So they've gotta sit for 24 more hours because that sugar is going to continue to dissolve. So all good things. They're just a little damp. I put them through the dishwasher on the sanitization setting, and like I double checked in a canning group and online, and they're fine. So we are just gonna start filling them up. Just like in traditional canning, you have to leave headspace. So we are gonna leave about a 1/2 inch of headspace. And I am gonna do 2 big containers and then fill up some little ones. What do you think, Gracie? Is that about a 1/2 inch?
Yeah.
Sasha, no cheating. Show him, Gracie. If y'all remember, we got this for her last year. Was it her birthday last year or Easter last year?
It was Easter.
And she really wasn't impressed with it, but she's like a little kid. Holidays are very overstimulating. This is sat in her toy box, and she brought it out 2 or 3 weeks ago and was like, hey guys, what's this? And Emmy took it and loaded it up with all the treats and hid them. And once or twice a week now, she'll bring it out like, let's do it. She's so smart, aren't you? Sasha, tell our peeps, are you so smart? Are you so smart?
She just wants her treats.
Okay, but you gotta go hide.
You
go
can't
see
cheat.
Rai Rai or Daddy.
No cheating.
Go get Daddy. I'll sit. We're starting dinner. This is a veggie scrap bag for bone broth. And some people came to the door to bring something for Alex, a birthday gift from like the neighborhood and the church in the neighborhood, and some activities for young men and young women their age. So I missed her treat in showing y'all, but apparently she was very happy.
Yeah, your treat.
Did you get your treats? No more? Aww. It's all over. Look at those peppers. Those are from 2 from the farmer's market. Look how red that red bell pepper is. It's just stunning. So I'm chopping veggies, and then I'm gonna get some bacon crisping in the multi-cooker, and yeah, we're just gonna start throwing things in. I'll film intermittently. As you can see, Gracie has her hands full. Lance is gonna cut 6 pieces of bacon in there for me to start rendering down. This is our good farmer's market bacon. All right, and I'm doing pretty well on the veggies. I'm gonna get those cut up. Ryan scrubbed them for me, and yeah, dinner's gonna be in the crock pot before we know it. Honestly, I'm lazy, and I talked to Lance. We decided not to do the crispy bacon. It's just gonna cook in there, which I do a lot, and we don't mind it. So, and I'm too lazy to do the peppers and onions in a separate step. So I've added those, and then next will be potatoes, then corn. So I took these seasonings and I did a couple teaspoons each. That's cumin. Oh, I haven't done paprika yet. I'll do that real quick. This Hatch green chili seasoning. These Hatch these green and red Hatch chili flakes and onion powder. We're gonna stir it in. Those are gonna toast and cook before we add our liquid and everything. So we've got a 32-ounce thing of beef broth. It's gonna continue melting. It's out of the freezer, so I just had to microwave it for 5 minutes to make it pourable. So that will just melt in there. And then I added the potatoes and corn and stirred it. So this is gonna cook, and it's well seasoned. And it's gonna cook the rest of the day, and we'll add the heavy cream at the end. All right, I just put the ham in the fridge. I'll cook something else with it this week. I am hot, and that's gonna be fantastic as it is. So I'm gonna go sit for a minute with my Diet Coke. Okay, Em is at the park with friends. So we're gonna let this just cook a little bit longer. I only had about this much heavy cream. I thought I had a bigger one in there, and I don't. So it's 16 ounces. So, and I wanted, you know, that hearty texture. So I took one of these bowls. They're about 8-ish ounces. So about a cup, and added about a cup of potato flakes to it. So, you know, it's gonna bind everything together and have a heartier consistency like we want this kind of soup. Okay, I'm gonna show you the soup. Ryan wasn't quite done when I was in here before, but I also added about 2 cups of cheese, shredded cheese, cheddar cheese, because it's the best. Look, this is so good. My mom always did this with potato soup growing up, so it's not like an authentic chowder, but still, it's fine. And it was always perfect, and the perfect consistency. And my sister said she also uses potato flakes to thicken up her pot pie filling. So yeah, it's time to eat. All right, it's dinner time. Lance is gonna dish up. I am hot. I gotta sit down for a few minutes, but it's a busy, fun weekend again. It's just kind of how it goes. It actually doesn't end, but I'm thinking about revlogging tomorrow because it's gonna be a interesting kind of day. So, and I got to figure out some food options for like getting easy filling, I guess fueling, but not super like heavy and filling dinners on Mondays. So I don't know if I'm going to try to figure it out and then be like, hey, here's what I do, or be like, hey, like, you guys help me figure it out. But yeah, I'm going to go and chill for a little while. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, y'all, do me a favor if you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe. And as always, y'all come back for more Pancakes and Pandemonium. I'll see you next time. Bye.